All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Yeah.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Monday, September 11th, 2023. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Not bad at all.
Yeah, had a pretty good opening week of NFLs. Some pretty good games yesterday.
Yeah, that was pretty good games. There was a couple blowouts. Dallas game wasn't real good, but
Yeah, that was a little bit of a blowout. Kind of surprised me. I thought that'd be a pretty good. I really thought that was going to be a good game.
Giants jumped on them and then kept shooting himself in the foot, and then it was over after that.
Yeah, Dallas put it on him, but I didn't think Dak Prescott looked real great. He missed a lot of open throws. Hey, how's it going, Glenn? Colts ended up coming up short. Looked pretty good. I thought they looked pretty good for their first game, especially with a rookie quarterback, not knowing what to really expect from Richardson because I don't have a whole lot of playing experience. But I thought they looked pretty good. They were winning the game to the last 6-7 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I didn't think about it during the game, but after the game, you said about the play calling. They did get pretty conservative, and we just didn't move the ball enough, didn't run the ball good enough. I'm still worried about our receiving core, other than our number one, who looked pretty good. I didn't see nobody stepping up, and they're going to have to help Richardson out. And I think Richardson will get better as long as he can stay healthy.
Yeah, no, I thought Richardson played good for his first game. I thought the play calling got a little predictable there in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, or late in the third and going into the fourth. And then in the fourth, it was basically we were running the ball on first, second down, and then if we didn't get a first down, then you're throwing the ball on third down. And it's like I'd like to see him be a little more aggressive.
And we was at 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. We wasn't moving the ball at all.
I'd like to see him being a little more aggressive there. There was a couple passes I thought Richardson kind of tried to, instead of just throwing the ball, he kind of let up, was trying to kind of guide it. But you're going to get that a little bit, especially out of a guy that hasn't played a whole lot of football. But no, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'd like the Colts to win, but I wasn't disappointed in the way they played though, because I thought they played pretty good. I mean, Jacksonville was a playoff team last year. People expect Jacksonville to be a good team this year, and Colts could have won that game. They had chances to win that game, and I think defense got a little tired in the second half because they were on the field quite a bit because we went sustaining drives.
Defense looked great for 3
Heard
quarters.
a lot of people say the reason we lost that game is because we didn't have Jonathan Taylor. I'm not going to – I'm not going to say that's the sole reason that we lost that game.
Could have made a difference.
One of the reasons we lost that game, I think we turned the ball over three times, and they turned it over once, or we turned it over 4 and they turned it over twice. So the turnovers that hurt us, and receivers got to get open.
Yep.
And they go, if you look at the stat line, the biggest difference is the rushing yards. Okay, Jacksonville had, I think, close to 100. We had 65. That's not like it's a big discrepancy. But do we need to run the ball a little bit better? Yes, we do. But I don't think that was the only reason we lost. I thought there was a couple times maybe we should we went for it on fourth down. Maybe when we shouldn't have. Maybe take a field goal instead of going for it on fourth down. But the main thing is receivers got to step up and help Richardson. It can't be all about him trying to run the ball.
We lost time of possession, not being able to run the ball. We lost time of possession of about 6 minutes, and there in that fourth quarter, middle to third to fourth quarter, we wasn't moving the ball, and our defense had to stay on the field. I thought our defense played great till that point, till we got into the fourth quarter. And we just got tired. I think our defense is going to be great if we can move the ball. I think if we can put up 24 points a game and control the ball a little better, I think we'll win some games. Because I think our defense can hold teams to 20 or less points. I really do.
Yeah. And freaking Chargers, they find ways to lose games.
Yep.
Get a stupid penalty at the end of the half after you come back and tie it up to let Dolphins get three points right before the half. That's the difference in the game.
It's going to be hard
just some stupid things.
It's going to be hard for San Diego and Miami to be a true contender if their defenses don't play better. Both their defenses don't play. And I just seen a thing on there is a dark horse for MVP. One game, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he won't be, but let him play 8 games first. Jesus Christ.
I was like, before the season, everybody was crowning Justin Fields as going to be the MVP this year, and look what he looked like yesterday.
Didn't look good, but I watched the first half of the game. He's got to have some time to throw the damn ball. The offensive line's still horrible. And I seen some of our friends that are Bears fans. Well, the season's over already. Jesus Christ, it's one game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, some people overreact a little too much. I hear people's already saying that the Bengals are done. Bengals, if you watch the Bengals, we'll just take the last 2 seasons, because the first season Burrow was there, he got hurt, and they wasn't very good. But they've got off to a slow start to the season. Last year they didn't look real good the first few games of the season, and then they started going. I think they'll be all right. Cleveland has a good defense, and Cleveland always plays Cincinnati tough. It's a division game. Them two teams, it's always usually a tough game. Burrow didn't have a good game yesterday, but I'm not writing the Bengals off by any means.
No, not.
And I'm not ready to crown the Browns as being the best team in that division either. Yeah, they won that game, but it wasn't like Deshaun Watson looked great and was just. And really didn't. And now they lost J.K. Dobbins
already
for the season again already.
Yeah, I agree.
I will say this. So go back to that Bears game real quick. Jordan Love for the Packers looked a lot better than what I expected. I thought he looked comfortable out there. He made some nice throws. I thought he played real well for his first start. So and he looked better than I thought he would. So
yeah, he looked really good. I was impressed with him. I wasn't shocked that the Bengals lost. I was surprised they only scored 3 points. It looked that bad. That was the thing that surprised me.
Yeah.
Ben Richardson, Deion Jackson, bad. Didn't look good, but there was times that he didn't even have a prayer, man. There was a couple times he got handed the ball that they were in the backfield on him. So I don't know if it was all his fault. We got to block better for the Well, we got sacked 4 times, and then they got in the backfield on a running back. So we do have to still block better. And you got to remember, he's really our second or third string guy. I mean, on the depth charts, if
Well, he'd really be the third string.
So yeah,
you'd have Taylor and Moss ahead of him.
Yep.
I saw a thing that said that Taylor is eyeing a return for Week 5. So it sounds like he's going to be playing after these first 4 games. He has to sit out since he was on IR. So it sounds like he's going to play is the way from what I'm hearing. So that would be nice. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of reaction he gets from the
crowd,
Colts fans when he comes out for that first game.
Could depend what our record is.
Yeah. No, like I said, I wasn't real disappointed in the Colts. I like to see the Colts win every game. I'm a Colts fan. Don't get me wrong, but also I had my expectations on this season are also what I would say more realistic. I didn't, I thought we looked better than we did last year. That was one thing I did. I thought we looked better than what we did last year. And like I said, we had plenty of chances to win that game. Kind of fell apart. I think there was a few decisions I thought Steichen made that if he had to do over again, he would probably change. But that's also part of being your first game as a head coach, where you've been an offensive coordinator for 10 to 14 years. He's been offensive coordinator or something. So being your first game as a head coach, I think there was a few decisions that he'd probably do different in the future. But I know Glenn was happy. He needs the Colts to get rid of touchdown every game.
Yeah.
But they like I said, I was happy with the way the Colts. I'm not gonna say happy, but I thought they played pretty well. Had a chance to win. That's the thing. If you're be competitive.
Yep.
Last year we weren't competitive a lot of those games.
No.
If you're competitive, same way I look at it with the Reds this year. Do I want the Reds to make the playoffs? Of course, but we've been competitive this year, and it's in September, and we're still relevant. You're still there trying to get a playoff spot. That's a big jump from where the Reds have been.
Yeah, I agree. Any team surprised you yesterday?
The Rams. The Rams surprised me. I thought they looked pretty good against Seattle.
Yeah, I agree with that, and also Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
surprised me beating Minnesota a little bit.
That surprised me too. I didn't think Tampa would beat Minnesota. That surprised me. I'm hearing everybody talking about how Kirk Cousins is just a game manager and this. And I'm like, dude, Kirk Cousins he's a good quarterback. Now you're going to have people trying to say that Baker Mayfield's a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins. And if you actually believe that, you have to be smoking something, because
hasn't been up to this point.
Yeah. If you look at their careers, it hasn't even
been close.
No. Did Kirk Cousins play great yesterday? No, but that Minnesota defense has to be better too. And that was one thing that hurt Minnesota last year. But also did expect Minnesota to drop back some this year. For one, you got a new defensive coordinator, but for two, if you looked at their season last year, look how many games that they won by just a couple points. It could have went either way. Yep. And then a lot of times when you have a season like that, sometimes the next season the ball don't bounce your way like that. It seemed like they got every bounce last year in close games, and they didn't get it yesterday. But I was surprised with Tampa winning. I thought Seattle would beat the Rams, just especially with Cooper Kupp not being there. I didn't know if the Rams would have enough help around Stafford. I thought Stafford looked real good coming back after being injured and everything. And that tight end they have, Tapua, or however you pronounce his name, he was killing. He, I think, at one point, I don't know what he ended up with, but he had 10 or 11 catches, I think, for like 118 yards or something. And they had like 4 or 5 in the first half. Because I was like, man, I never even heard of this guy. And he's dominating. I didn't think Geno Smith looked real sharp yesterday.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't.
he didn't look real sharp. I was expecting more from that Seattle offense because they got a lot of weapons at the receiver position, and
not bad at running back either.
Yeah, I was expecting a little more out of them, but that Rams defense played pretty good, and they were able to put some pressure on Geno Smith. I'm looking forward to the game tonight. I think it's I think it's going to be a good game. I'm interested to see what the Jets look. Sure, was had won 6 games in a row or something, and then but they just didn't have a quarterback.
Billy Buzz rubbing it in.
And Billy, like I had said, I wasn't real disappointed in how they played. They had chances to win that game. The one interception that Richardson threw came at a bad time, especially when it was looking like you might put a drive together to get back in to tie the game back, or actually take the lead because you was only at that point you was only down 3, and then you throw the interception. Hell, they get 10 points in less than a minute, and then the whole momentum of the game shifted. And the thing, the throw, I didn't care for the throw, but the play, I didn't understand the play because if you watch the replay on that, you had 2 receivers running the exact same route, right? 2 receivers in the same spot right there. So I didn't understand why the hell you got 2 guys running the same route. I would say one of them had run the wrong route or something because then you're drawing 2 defenders there, and he tried to fit it in over that in between it, and the guy was able to jump up and catch it, and then there was a play that really killed him on that return, that punt return. That punter smoked the ball to like the 3 or 4, and they let that guy get around the edge and end up getting out all the way out to midfield. I thought that was a big play in the game as well, but they were competitive. I thought Anthony Richardson looked good, pretty good for his first game as a quarterback in the NFL. I think he'll keep getting better. Receivers are going to have to step up a little bit. And then the offensive line's going to have to play a little better. They played better than they did last year. I'll give them that, but they got, especially if we're going to try to run the ball as much as it looked like we're going to try to. Offensive line's going to have to get a little more physical.
Real quick, what do you think about college football? A couple big stories. One definitely Colorado. Everybody's going crazy.
I think people need to pump the brakes a little bit on Colorado. Don't get me wrong; it's a great story. Deion's doing a great job there. They got the big win week 1 against the TCU team.
That maybe was overrated.
And then you play Nebraska, who's not. I mean, they're a Big Ten team, but it's not like they're like the top team in the Big Ten. You know what I mean? They're not.
They're lower half.
And Nebraska had chances to be in that game and win that game. You can't turn the ball over 4 times in the first half, and it was just. And Nebraska's defense played good against Colorado for most of that game, and then it just got. I think their defense got tired, and then. Oh, the Cowboys looked good last night, Billy.
Yeah,
I didn't think Dak Prescott looked real good, but Cowboys definitely rolled over the Giants. I thought Prescott missed 4 or 5 pretty easy passes that he just threw too high. But Glenn said IU can beat Nebraska.
Maybe.
But no, don't get me wrong. Colorado's a great story, and they're a hell of a lot better than what they were last year.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think now they're ranked like 13th or 14th in the country. I think they're moving. I think they're a little overhyped right now. But I think they play USC here in a couple weeks, if I remember correctly. So and I'm not saying USC is the best team, but that'd be a little better competition. Might see where they're at.
The other big story to me it's the biggest story because who they beat is Texas. I mean, I know they was ranked 11th, but they held Alabama to 24 points. That's pretty good for Texas defense, who's not been anything. I mean, I thought that was a pretty good statement for them.
Yeah, no, I thought Texas Texas was impressive. You already got everybody turning on the Alabama quarterback after one game. That kills me, the overreaction from one game, but no, I thought Texas looked good, and that Ewers looked played a real good game for Texas. So, Texas could surprise some people this year if they can stay healthy. Last year they beat Alabama, and then Ewers got hurt, and they had some trouble. So if they can.
I thought they lost to Alabama last year.
Did they lose? I thought they
lost by 1.
Okay, maybe they did lose by 1. But yeah, because it was a crazy game. But Billy said, I can't stand Dak, but I gotta live with it. All right, we'll jump into today's baseball games real quick. Got the Braves and the Phillies playing right now, top of the 8th. Braves are up 8-6. First game I like in Major League Baseball today is going to be the Cardinals at the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore is a 1.5 run favorite, minus 172 on the money line. The Cardinals are plus 144 on the money line. Over-unders at 10 runs. Cardinals are 63-80 on the season, 32-40 on the road. On the mound for the Cardinals is going to be Hudson. He's 6-1 with a 4.43 ERA. The Orioles are 90-52 on the season, 42-26 at home. On the mound for the Orioles is Creamer. He's 12-5 with a 4.07 ERA. I like Baltimore here on the money line. Yeah, Glenn, that the Irsay band was pretty cool Friday night.
That was an awesome show, awesome event. Got to give Irsay a lot of credit for doing something like that for the fans and for the city of Indianapolis. I think that's really cool.
Heard people complaining about that. Oh, you spend all this money, do all this, but can't pay Jonathan Taylor. Dude, it's different.
One ain't got nothing to do with the other.
It's his personal money. He can do whatever the hell you want to do with that. You got a salary cap that you got to go by, and there's a running back market right now. And
also a business.
There's no team in the NFL right now. If everybody was just jump out and pay Jonathan Taylor $16 million a year, why didn't any other team want to trade for him? Because there's no team that's going to give him $16 million a year right now. Not coming off it, not being injured. If he was healthy and coming off the season he did 2 years ago, maybe he might have a chance to get that. But not when you have you're on the pup list. You can't even play. You can't even play.
Yeah.
I don't understand some of the stuff I've been reading. It's like, man. Glenn said it ain't got shit to do with it. I love how Irsay cares. Yeah, I thought that event was awesome. I mean, hell, the way everybody got a little bit of free concessions, and the show was awesome.
And the museum that he puts out is outstanding too. Just that's worth going to in itself. And then when you add, Mellencamp and Ann Wilson and Peter Wolf completely blew me away.
Peter Wolf fucking crazy.
He's crazy, son of a bitch, for 77. And
77 years old, he was running around that stage like he was.
I wonder if Billy Buzz from being out in that area has ever seen Peter Wolf from Jay Giles band before. He may have seen him out there on the East Coast before. That dude is something else.
That dude ran around that stage like he was 30 years old.
77. But yeah, it was an awesome show, an awesome event. Anybody around the Indiana area should take that event in. This is the second year they've done it, and this was the first year for us to go.
We had free. They even had one of the parking lots open for free parking.
Yep.
I mean, it was. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Now I saw a lot of people that was there posting about how great of a time and stuff it was. So, let's see, my next baseball game: Rangers at the Blue Jays. Blue Jays are 1.5 run favorites, minus 134 on the money line. Rangers are plus 116 on the money line. Over-unders at 8.5 runs. Rangers are 78-64 on the season, 33-34 on the road. On the mound for the Rangers is Dunning. He's 9-6 with a 3.88 ERA. The Blue Jays are 80-63 on the season, 38-30 at home. They will have Bassett on the mound, who's 14-7 with a 3.69 ERA. I like the Rangers here at the plus 1.5. Next game I'm going to go with is the Yankees and the Red Sox. Red Sox are 1.5 run favorites at home, minus 126 on the money line. Yankees are plus 108 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 9.5 runs. The Yankees are 71 and 72 on the season, 32 and 36 on the road. They will have Schmidt on the mound, who's 9 and 8 with a 4.54 ERA. The Red Sox are 73 and 70 on the season, 37 and 35 at home. On the mound for the Red Sox is Crawford. He's 6 and 7 with a 4.36 ERA. I'm gonna go with the Red Sox at home against the New York Yankees. Then you have the Miami Marlins at the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers are 1.5 run favorites at home, minus 142 on the money line. The Marlins are plus 120 on the money line. Over unders at 7 games. The Marlins are 74 and 69 on the season, 34 and 37 on the road. On the mound for the Marlins is Luzardo, who's 9 and 8 with a 3.59 ERA. The Brewers are 79 and 63 on the season, 40 and 28 at home. You have Woodruff on the mound for the Brewers tonight, who is 4 and 1 with a 2.30 ERA. I like the Brewers tonight on the money line against the Marlins. And then my last game for Major League Baseball is going to be Cleveland Guardians at the San Francisco Giants. The Giants are 1.5 run favorites, minus 148 on the money line. Guardians are plus 126 on the money line. Over unders at 7.5 runs. Guardians are 68 and 76 on the season, 32 and 40 on the road. On the mound for the Guardians is Williams, 2 and 5 with a 3.34 ERA. The Giants are 73 and 70, 41 and 31 at home. On the mound for the Giants is Cobb, who is 7 and 6 with a 3.74 ERA. I like the Giants on the money line. So my picks for Major League Baseball: Orioles money line, Rangers plus 1.5, Red Sox money line, Brewers on the money line, and the Giants on the money line.
Okay, my Major League Baseball parlay for tonight is St. Louis at Baltimore. I'll take Baltimore money line. Miami at Milwaukee. I'll take Milwaukee money line. I'll take Tampa Bay money line at Minnesota. I'll take the Cubs money line at Colorado, and I'll take San Diego at the Dodgers. I'll take the Dodgers money line. Well, Billy Buzz said he's seen Jay Giles and Peter Wolf many times and had third row tickets one year and for New Year's Eve, and they canceled. You see where Pearl Jam canceled yesterday in Indiana?
I didn't know Pearl Jam was in Indiana.
They're supposed to play whatever that's called, Noblesville, Sunday.
Huh.
And they canceled.
No,
I'm sure it was Pearl Jam. Maybe it was a different band. I thought it was Pearl Jam.
All right. And then NFL tonight, Monday Night Football, Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets. The Bills are 2-point favorites on the road, minus 134 on the money line. Jets are plus 114 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 44.5 points. I think this is going to be a good game. I'm actually going to go with the New York Jets at the well, there ain't really no reason to go at the +2 because no games usually end by. It's usually so I'm going to take the Jets on the money line to plus 114. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a big game tonight. It's in New York. He's making his debut there. Last time we've seen Rodgers play where he's been a little spiteful. He went back-to-back MVPs. I think he's going to come out this year. I think look for Rodgers have a big year this year. I think he's going to come out. He wants to prove that he had a little bit of an off year last year. I think some of that was due to injuries, and they're just I just don't know how talented that Green Bay team was last year. This Jets roster, if the big thing I'm wanting to see is how their offensive line looks. But that offensive line can be decent. I think this Jets team is going to be a tough team to deal with. So I'm going to go with the Jets on the money line tonight against the Bills.
One opposite. I'm going Buffalo -2. I don't. I think Jets got to prove it to me first.
Glenn said it was. Yeah, it was Pearl Jam. Yeah, I didn't even know Pearl Jam was going to be in Indiana last night. I know Foo Fighters played Saturday night. I wouldn't mind. I'd like to went and seen the Foo Fighters. Or hell, I'd love to went and saw Pearl Jam if they'd. Like I said, I didn't realize they were going to be in Indiana. All right. Well, was there anything else you wanted to get to today?
No, I don't think so. I think that's it. I think that's good.
Don't forget to join us tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern for GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room, as Marcus Fine will be joining us. Also, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room as well. But, we appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back tomorrow right around 3 o'clock with another. Be back to what the hell do I got going on here?
I don't know what you did.
There we go. Back tomorrow right around 3 o'clock with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Hope everybody has a great Monday night. Enjoy Monday Night Football, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.